Hello, how are you?
Wonderful. It's been a
How have
crazy,
you?
crazy day.
Yeah, how have you been with all of the holiday cheer going on? There's all kinds of stuff.
I feel like, so I was just talking to mom. I don't know if it's just me in my life right now or what, but I feel so scatterbrained. Like
Yeah.
every day, all day, and I don't know why. Like I am like OCD. I don't know if it's like ADHD, what it is, but I am like have this crazy obsession with things, like that it has to be perfect. So I feel like I've taken 2 days of decorating my house and it's still not done. Like I'll look on Instagram
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh, I like that aesthetic. So I try and do it. Well, I don't have the things, or you know what I mean? Like, or I'll like just overthink things and move things and put things back and do it again and again and again. And it's like an hour later. And what did I really do? Walk in
You
circles,
gotta
putting things in
stop.
different places. I'm
Yeah.
trying so hard. I wish that I was not like this. Like, I wish that I could be just very calm and like, it's not a big deal. Who cares? Well, who cares what my house
Yeah.
looks like? I wish I had that vibe. I can't. Like, I am a psycho. I went to Harlow and I went to Walmart. Walmart just we never go to Walmart because it overwhelms me. And I went all the way up towards your way because it's more chill up there, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it was like all the people were in the like aisles or whatever, and I'm trying to think, and it's just I was just like, I'm leaving. We got to go. And the whole
Oh
reason I went
no.
in there was for command hooks. Never even got the command hooks.
No.
Yeah. So then I had to go to a dollar store. Well, then they
Uh-huh.
actually had cute things at the dollar store out by mom's house. And then I'm like
They
buying all this
do.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
really cute. Because I was getting things for the salon. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just a hot mess. Every
Yeah.
day, hot mess. I
Have
need
you
to
seen
start
the new
like
Christmas
taking gummies.
tree? Oh, have you seen the new
The
Christmas tree
viral.
decorating trend? The with
Yes, I love
the
it.
Oh my gosh. It looks so I
Wait,
watched a with like the
I don't know
lights
if
that
I
twirl around it.
like the
So it's
twinkling light
like
trees?
kind of you take like a wire and you go all the way out and around your tree, and then you do the twinkly lights all around that wire, so it's like there's like a halo of twinkly lights like coming around your tree. It's
Oh, I
gorgeous.
have just been looking for the twinkling light trees. Well, they're sold out everywhere because I told Skylar that I want a fake tree, but I want a
Oh
fake tree
yeah.
that looks like a real tree. You know, so to find a 9 foot tree that's like that perfect, you know, like all the ones that we look at, they're not big at the bottom. They're all kind of like, yeah,
Oh
like
okay.
straight up and down, and we don't
Yeah.
like that. Like, so it's really hard to find the perfect tree that I want, and I just haven't found it yet. But no, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about all the ornaments that what are they called? Like the velvet. Everyone's doing like those velvet ornaments with the little bows, and it looks so like
No, I didn't see that.
chic and nice. So I found the ornaments, like they're just balls, like the little balls, but they're like green velvet or like
Oh okay.
tan velvet. And you get like 8 balls for like $15. And I'm like, no, I'm
Oh.
not doing that. I'm not doing that this
No, I
year.
want to show you this. So it goes out and around the tree.
Oh, I did not see that.
It's a decorating style, not something you buy. It is,
So
there's like all
on
different versions, and it is
I'm gonna
gorgeous
have to
on
get on and
some.
look.
Yeah.
On your phone, it didn't look gorgeous.
Well, you have a different aesthetic than me. It's gorgeous.
do.
But yeah.
We do
There
have
it's
completely
like
different.
yeah.
Like I could see that swirl, and I don't know if I love that. These are.
I liked it, but my
I'll have to get
normal
on a look.
decor, which I've done for years and years, is I do usually bow, like ribbon around my tree.
Yeah.
And so I think it would go with that kind of thing.
I see. Yeah. See, and I stopped doing that. Like, I don't do anything other than red and gold balls. That's it. Nothing else on the
yeah.
tree.
And my kids are at such a young age, and like, I just can't make my trees pretty anymore. I used to.
I'm an asshole.
I can't do it. I
don't let them decorate the tree.
Yeah. Oh,
they have their own. Well,
I've just given in.
I know. I used to.
it.
I'm not that awful as a parent. People are like, "You're a dick." Like, just let your kid decorate the tree. They have their own trees in their room, and that's what they decorate. So Harlow has her tree. She's allowed to put on whatever she wants. Jersey doesn't care anymore.
I gotta
you know
close
what I
my
mean?
door
Like,
real
but
quick.
okay. But I did do the whole like the
Sorry,
kids'
I had a kid-
ornaments that they made. Oh, I was just
Popping
continue
in.
talking.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. But no, I just like more of a clean look Christmas tree.
I do too, but I've kind of just given up. And this year, because we're remodeling the house, we're having a tree, but that's like the only thing that's going to happen. So it's all theirs. They can do what they want. I'm not even trying.
Right.
And we're getting a real tree this year too. So we'll see.
I don't know. We keep going back and forth. We got we have been getting a real tree the past couple years, but I'm just like, for what the price of trees are, for what we get, like $130, like why not spend $600? You know what I mean? And get a tree that's gonna last for years.
Yeah, ours just died out on us, like the lights and stuff, because we've had a fake tree since, I don't know, 2007 or something. Like, it's been the same tree. And so I didn't spend nearly that much money on it. And last year or the year before, the lights went out. So I was just putting my own lights on it. And then when we moved, we're like, get rid of this thing. Like, we'll buy a new one eventually. But right now, we're probably going to, the next couple of years, just do like a real tree. So, also, I wanted to remind you, Christmas, that fucker Elf comes out tonight, so don't forget.
No, ours is all. I can't. I can't.
Yeah. Yours doesn't come out tonight, though?
After Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving.
Oh. I do December 1st. So you guys are already out.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is I gotta find the guy in my boxes. Ooh. I didn't think about it, and now it's freaking after 7. We're not gonna finish this till, I don't know, 8:30 or 9, and then I'm gonna have to dig through boxes in the basement.
I know, and I did not start my notes yet. Mm-hmm. I'm doing that tonight. They will be done.
My first night is easy because he brings advent calendars, which I already have, which is why I always do it on the 1st. So that's easy because I'm like, they don't care about a note or anything. Just here you go. There's your advent calendars. But I got to find him. All right. I had a million thing on my notes. I did put up a TikTok and Instagram. I think, because I'm a detective, I think Demi quit the show. Because all the girls, almost all of them, and she used to have, like, in her bio, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and she has taken it off of her bio. So she may have actually, like, quit. I don't know, for season 4. Because they've just announced that season 4 is going to be picked up. And so I would imagine they're renegotiating contracts, right? If they know season 4. So she may be like, I'm out this time. Which sucks, because she had that perfect, crazy enough personality that, like, gave that show life. Like, she was nuts, you know? And it was like, it was good for the show.
I really think, though, like, what she did with the whole Marciano thing was taking it to the next level. And listen, there is, I don't even know how to say this without like anyone who has had sexual trauma or sexually assaulted in their life is no joke by any means whatsoever.
No.
But for you to make these accusations about, like, listen, I do not like Marciano at all. I don't know why, but all of his stuff keeps popping up on my Instagram.
Probably because we
or
talk
TikTok.
about him.
Probably because I don't even follow him, but I see his stuff. And also Lisa from Vanderpump Rules also made a statement and was just kind of like, I have cameras and I watched the entire footage and she is not innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like for her to say that, and I feel like it is such a touchy subject because nobody wants to say you're lying. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. You want to believe that if, someone's a victim,
any
they're a
woman
victim.
who has been, sexually assaulted is like disgusting and is like no joke at all. But you can't make these accusations and then also have like paragraphs upon paragraphs and like sending pictures of your child to him. And there was so much more. I don't know. I just think that she's taking this way too far.
Yeah. And I she think, probably either had to quit or they talked to her and were like, you either need to retract what you said,
right?
Or we can't have you because we can't have those kind of lies.
Right.
Like, it's one thing when it's lies that are entertaining, but it's a complete other when it's life-ruining legal lies.
That he could be in like a lot of trouble for him, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what was his one ex-girlfriend even said. Marciano is a lot of things, but he's not going to sexually assault somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's so crazy. But I do feel like, and I said, the whole Fruity Pebbles things, I think that her and Brett are handling that very well. What do? You know what I mean? Roll with it. Like, this is something that we did. It sucks that the entire world, like, those are things that, happen between you and your partner, not for the freaking whole world to know. And for anyone to sit here and be like, ew, it is...
It is gross.
It is gross. But I mean, there's like people have some weird fetishes out there.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people do. You know what I mean? But like that says private is supposed to be a private thing with you and your husband. So it sucks. But I mean, like, I think that they're handling it very well. And it's like, roll with it and let's joke about it too. So it's whatever. But
and Jesse wouldn't have known if it hadn't been shared. It could have stayed private in their bedroom. But one of the two people who were in the bedroom left it out of the bedroom. So whose fault
Demi,
is that?
like, well, but it's like, don't poke the you know what I mean? Don't sit there and make accusations and say things about your friend, because I would go right back and be like, well, you know what? This is what it actually means. Like, if you're going to say things about me, I'm going to say things about you.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
all right.
Crazy.
Well, we got to get started. It was a crazy week with freaking news and everything. And we're going to have...
We're so far behind, I feel like.
I know. We're going to have episodes 5 and 6 come out the same week that the reunion happens. So it is what it is. I mean...
I know.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I feel like with something like this, you do like one full like couple hour episode. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we watch the whole thing and then we just go all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And take like parts from, I don't know. It has
think
its
other
like, pros and
podcasts
cons.
do that. That's not the main thing, but our entire thing is recapping episode by episode, the full episode. So it kind of is where we are, like, unless we just wrap it up and move on to the valley early. I don't know. We could always talk about that. We could next week wrap everything up, do a full episode on the reunion, and then move on. But we'll talk about that. We don't need to talk about that while we're recording.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, season 3, episode 5. So Macy and Michaela are sitting at a restaurant, and Taylor and Jesse arrive. They greet each other, and Michaela compliments Taylor's boobs because I guess they just look good in her shirt. Jessie says she invited the girls to brunch to get like details about that crazy barbecue that Jordan held at her house, she says. And Macy says he started out by thanking everyone for coming and acted like they were all at a church meeting. She said it was very weird. And Michaela says that Jordan was crying and Jessie was like, oh, he was? And Michaela's like, yeah, I was holding back laughter. And Jessie just like laughs and was like, whoop. Like they're kind of all making fun of Jordan, you know? And then Taylor is the one who brings up like, you know, they're laughing and shit talking, which probably isn't the right thing to do. And she points out like if the roles were reversed and it was Zach and Jace who had an affair with the same girl and was meeting up with her to ask questions, wouldn't you guys be upset? And I'm like, she's not wrong. Like what she's saying isn't wrong. But this also isn't her husband, and it's not her situation. So I really think she should just be following Jessie's lead. If Jessie's in the mindset that we're making fun of Jordan for this, then roll with it. Like, I don't think you need to, like, have some kind of moral high ground when it's not your husband and not your situation. You know, like, you kind of just almost, like, ruin the fun or the conversation by acting like that.
Right.
And, like, I think I say it a little, Taylor's learning how she needs to act in relationships in therapy, and you can tell she's, like, a person newly out of therapy because she's, like, applying it to other people. And, like, that's not your role. Therapy's for you.
Right.
It's not for you to apply to other people in the way other people act. So in confessional, she says that she understands that Taylor is seeing that Jordan is admitting this is Jessie saying this. Like, Taylor sees Jordan's admitting he did things wrong and he's trying to make changes. And she's like, Dakota isn't or didn't, which I think was some shade. And she just feels like Jordan has been Jessie's like, Jordan's been emotionally abusive to me for years. And Taylor seems to forget that sometimes, or like she doesn't want to truly understand that part of it, you know? So at the table, Jessie said that Jordan is making strides and that after the barbecue, he put the kids to bed. And I'm like, oh, great job, Jordan. Like, oh, you're just knocking it out of the park. You're being a father and doing normal everyday things.
Right.
Like, how bad was it? Like, when she says that she did everything, does she mean like literally everything? That it actually seems like something amazing that he put the kids to bed? That's insane to me. I don't know. I've always had a relationship where it's like, my husband is like fully a parent, you know? So I don't know. But I know that doesn't happen all the time.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. We hear they are doing a Miranda lookalike party because Miranda's birthday's coming up. And they say that Taylor probably knows her style best. Michaela's like, wow, you probably know what she looks like naked even better than you do dressed. I was like, that wasn't, they all laugh, but it seems almost, sometimes Michaela goes like dirty.
Yeah.
With her comments a little bit. And then we get the intro, and it's called The Book of Resurrection. So we're at a farm. Pretty much all of the girls are there. They're feeding goats, and Taylor announces that her manager called, and they want to interview them to pick people to go on Dancing with the Stars. We hear that Macy and Michaela's birth dates don't align, like with the show. They won't be beyond 6 weeks postpartum, etc., so they can't even try out. Miranda talks about her birthday party and says that she did invite Whitney. She says that Whitney called and apologized, and they're all like, wait, what? Like, we thought you guys were good, so what was she even apologizing for? And Miranda says that as soon as Whitney decided to leave Mom Talk, it was crickets. So they all did that vote. Whitney was voted in or whatever. I guess they did a few things, like they did TikToks together, all that kind of stuff. The show ended, reunion or whatever, and then Whitney was just like, peace out, everyone. Like, see you later.
Yeah.
And Miranda was a part of that. Peace out. Like the exact same thing she did to Michaela. It's why Michaela still hates her. You know, like as soon as you leave the group chat, as soon as you're distancing yourself from mom talk, you get rid of the person who was like your closest ally or friend in the group. And, you know, we hear Jen experience the same thing, which is really sad because her being there for Jen was like one of the only things that made me like Whitney. It was like her one redeeming quality was that like she showed up at her house. She helped her clean up. She listened to her when she was talking about how her depression was. Like,
yeah.
And she just dropped her too. Horrible. Like, who does that?
I know, that was crazy. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, you know, like when she was so there for Jen, I was like, oh, she is a good person. And then like, I feel like there's moments that I like want to like her, and then she's just like straightforward and like just so nasty about so many things.
And it's not even like she's just a blunt person, because I don't mind blunt. I actually, you know, enjoy people like that. Sometimes I even find humor in like how they are. She's just mean, and like she uses people. That's the part I can't get past, is the using people part. Macy says there is no way, I guess she doesn't think that, you know, Whitney would ever even think to show up. We hear that they have press in LA and Whitney and Demi will be there because it's press from last season. And I believe they actually shot the reunion that week they were in LA, because they shot the reunion in LA. So they say press, but I think they were all there to do the reunion. We're at Macy's house and Michaela shows up, and we hear again where Michaela's reaction to hearing about Jesse having an affair is that she wants to make sure that nothing like that happens in her marriage, which at the time seemed like that's like an odd reaction, because all the editing and everything we're seeing, or what she's sharing from her marriage, seems like her and Jace have an amazing marriage. So like, why would she even say that? But then she tells Macy that she's just so tired and shuts down when she gets home after a day of like working and shooting and stuff. Macy says that she knows that Jace is emotional like her husband, and if, you know, like Michaela doesn't want to talk about her day, it's probably hard on him. Michaela says it's not really like their communication, but their sexual relationship has been struggling. And she says she has no libido, and that Jace goes out of his way to like meet all of her needs. And even when he gently like brings it up, like their lack of sex life, it like almost makes her angry, because like to her it's just not important at all. Which obviously sexual trauma, abuse, like we hear even more that like it was back all the way when she was 8 years old, which is insane. Like, of course she has so much to work through. Right. She talks a little bit about her therapy, and like, you know, she is making progress with her abuse, but she hasn't moved forward with like intimacy or anything like that. She feels like she just can't meet his needs in that area. And Macy's like, do you know what you need sexually? Like, have you even figured that out? And she says, you know, like, Macy has had trauma and like abuse stuff too. And she says, you know, like once I realized that it could actually be enjoyable, like, you know, it becomes more fun. It becomes something you want to do. And Michaela says she literally thinks of sex as like, it's just not for me. Like, she has no drive, no anything. She starts crying, which like we don't see. Michaela doesn't really cry. And she says she wants to be able to do it for him, but she just doesn't know how. And they talk about maybe another therapist or someone who specializes in that kind of thing would be like best. And then Macy breaks the tension by saying, this will be our trauma chicken, because they're like cooking chicken on the stove. So that scene ends, and it goes right into one that made me laugh out loud. So we see this weird person walking down the street, black capri stretch pants, Mickey Mouse t-shirt, black pointed flats, and this top, like the top half of her hair pulled back into like a claw clip. It's like greasy. And I'm like, who is this? They have glasses on. I'm like, I don't even know who this person is. And I'm like, it's fucking Whitney. Like, it didn't even look like her. I was like, Who
No.
is this?
What? Why? Why? What? Like, do people even own capri pants anymore?
Capri?
Like,
stretch pants. Like,
pants.
those are from, I don't even know when.
I know. I was just like, I can't. I freaking can't.
I did not know where that came from. Yeah. She looked like Peg Bundy used to wear those. Like on Married with Children. Like,
Yeah.
no one wears those.
No. And then the glasses, like the really small.
They were a
glasses.
weird shape. Like that. Yeah. It was not good. And she like didn't have any. I'm like, this is your first time shooting this season and this is what you come in? Like, what is
Right.
wrong with you? So I just said, in confession, she looks better, but the bottom half of her dress is still real weird. And her hair does look good in confession. But she takes her clapper and she says, and the drama begins now. I'm like, go away. You don't even go here. Like, she annoys me so much. So she's sitting at a table and two other girls show up. She looks at them like, this is how I greet my friends. She shimmies at them. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do. My friends show up for dinner. And then, so Casey is one of the girls. She has Whitney's exact mannerisms. She puts her fake hair behind her ear and is all drama and says, I'm sorry, what? I'm like, what is going on? So I'm like, these are her actual friends because they act just like her. Like, these are not, you know, show friends. These are her people.
Yeah.
They go up and hug each other and she goes, ew. And I'm like, this woman talks like we did when we were 15. Like, do you remember when we used to say ew to everything?
Oh my God. Everything. Everything. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's very weird. And in confessional, Whitney says she has talked to Miranda, but it's been about 2 months. She hasn't talked to anybody else. She says she just moved to St. George, which I looked at on Google, and it's 3.5 hours from Parowan, where all the other girls live. Why would you move 3.5 hours away? I mean, I guess she thought she wasn't going to be on the show, but that's a long way to drive to do some scenes.
They made it seem like she was closer to her friends. Like, because those
she moved closer
girls...
to her family. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she said her whole family was there.
Okay.
In confessional, the producer says when people were renegotiating for season 3, something about Oscar tickets, and she says, no, that's bullshit. She asked about a scripted role, the producer, and she's like, oh yeah, that I did ask for. And she goes, a girl knows what she wants, which I'm fine with that. Ask for whatever you want in your contract. That part I don't care about. We go back to the restaurant, her friends, and Whitney has her tongue out and is playing with her hair, doing some kind of coy look. I'm like, I hate her. I hate her so much. She's telling her friends that she got a half-assed vote. I guess she means it wasn't unanimous or something. That's when she did the confetti, like after they voted or whatever.
Yeah.
And it pissed her off. I'm like, they voted you in. Why do they have to vote you in the way you want them to vote you in?
Right.
Like, take it or leave it. Oh my God. Like, she's so... In the moment, she's like, okay, like, we just had this talk and everything's forgiven. She walks away and then she's like, no, I hate you again. It's just so annoying. Not everyone needs to, like, jump up and down about it, you know?
Right.
We see the flashback where they vote and people are just like, I'm fine with it. I don't care. And her friends say, we know you were mad and didn't want to film anymore. So, like, why are we filming, essentially? And Whitney says she found out from her team that if she's filming, she can try out for Dancing with the Stars. I hate her so much. They should have said no.
I know. Why? Why didn't they?
I think because they had so few of them, and they want her drama.
And they knew that it would, they were just going to bring drama. I was so angry with that. And I think that is why, don't you think that when this episode came out and people saw that, that's why they voted her off Dancing with the Stars?
100%. If they would have released these week by week, we wouldn't have even got to this episode. She probably would have won. Or at least got to the finale. I mean, you know, like, maybe she wouldn't have won, but she would have still got to the finale. But literally, the week after this stuff dropped, no votes. And she was out, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, I think it's a slap in her face. Like, the way that you treat people and the way that you act is going to affect you.
It matters. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. So how are they not meaner to her at the reunion? Because they obviously did the interviews for Dancing with the Stars before the reunion because they announced it at the end. And, like, I don't know how they weren't meaner to her. Like, they are good, because I would have been so mad knowing all this stuff happened and we couldn't talk about any of it because it hadn't been in that season. Let's see. We hear she's going to show up at Miranda's party. And I'm like, I wouldn't be driving 3.5 hours for a birthday party, but I guess now that she signed back on, they're probably like,
I had to.
If you're in, you're showing up to scenes. Like, we're not coming to you. You're coming to shit. Yeah. If we are going to take you back, you're going to bring the drama for us and show up to stuff. That scene's over. We should go to an influencer event by Hydro Jug, and Demi's there with all the other girls. So all the other girls get out their phones because producers are not there. Like, this event wasn't meant to be filmed. But the girls are like, Demi's here. She's going to say or do something that the producers are going to want to see. So we see a bunch of different perspectives of people with, like, their cameras out. And I think it was Taylor's mom and sister are, like, the biggest ones, because obviously we never see their faces. But Taylor told them, get your phones out and, like, essentially follow us, be our cameraman. We see another influencer talking into her phone saying that the Mormon wives are there and fighting. And then we go over to Layla standing at a bar ordering a drink. And Demi walks up to her and tries to hug her. Layla nervously laughs and says, I'm scared. And Demi asks her to talk. She apologizes and says it was disappointing that she didn't have her back. The other girls see that they're talking and are like, oh, let's go get a drink. So Demi says something like, my friend fucked the guy. And Layla says, she didn't have sex with him, Demi. And Demi says, she did. And I'm like, did we not already have this discussion at Jet Set? Like, we discussed the fact that Demi told Marciano to tell Layla that he slept with Jesse. And then supposedly she sent him a text to call him off on it. So she already knows it's not true.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know why she's, like, pushing it. Like, I don't get it. Demi says that if you give her a lie detector test, she'll pass because she's telling the truth. And she doesn't know that a lie detector was already done. Demi calls her ignorant for being on Jesse's side, and then she calls her a dumbass. I'm like, you are a horrible person. Like, you're just mean. Taylor approaches at this point and just takes Layla's hand and pulls her away. And Layla starts telling them what they were talking about. And Jesse looks across the room and says, she's mimicking you right now. Like, she's essentially making fun of Layla across the room. And, so she yells, fuck you, and flips her off across the room. I'm like, oh, you guys are at a professional event. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't be doing that. Demi then just doubles, triples down, turns, and does a suck it, like, crotch thing, like middle school boys do. Which I did put up on our TikTok. And I was like, and says, yells across the room, how was fucking Marciano? Twice. Then Jesse yells back, fuck you. You know nothing. the other girls are trying to calm her down, and Demi says, I actually heard calls. And Taylor says, she'll look like a moron. Don't be the moron. And they, like, get Jesse to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm just like, who acts like this? I could never. Can you imagine? This is like being at work and acting like this. Like, you just don't do that, you know?
When Demi did that with her hands, like, suck it in her dress, I was like, what? I was so taken back. Like, she is insane. Like, that is
I was embarrassed.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was like, who does that? I can't even imagine. Jen somehow, like, missed the whole exchange. So they're sitting at a table now and they're filling her in. And she's just like, yeah, I called it. I said it from the beginning. Like, she's a horrible person. She actually starts to get upset and says it's triggering for her because I think she felt like a lot of people weren't behind her and acted like Demi was a better person than she was. So now that, like, they're all seeing it, it's like, why didn't they believe me? Like, she starts to get really upset. And then that ends. So we're now at Miranda's birthday. So they all show up to Rad Tag, which I guess is like a arcade kind of place, for Miranda's birthday. Mason comes with Layla, and he has a blonde wig on, as does Layla. She says she doesn't think it's weird that she used to date his brother, but she also slept with his brother. So that's kind of weird. I can't imagine that.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Jesse says anyway.
Out. I mean, I guess I just sort of should have assumed that they had sex, but...
Yeah. Jace shows up with a blonde wig, too. Miranda shows up, and I said, the original's better. She's just, I don't know. She's my girlfriend. She's my favorite. Yeah. Taylor points out that Kate is dressing up as her current boyfriend's ex-wife, which is pretty wild. I'm like... yeah, it is. Michaela and Jace are playing like some kind of shooter game at the arcade, so they're alone. And she tells them that she reached out to a therapist to do EMDR, which focuses on trauma and eye movement. I don't know how legit this is or whatever. We see it later. It seems kind of odd, but I don't know. I wouldn't judge anything because I don't know anything about it. She's heard it was good for sexual abuse, and we see Jace in confessional for the first time, and I love him. Like, I love Jace. He seems like the sweetest. He says he's so proud and has a lot of admiration for her to book, you know, all these therapy sessions and to, like, get through this. He says it's not just physical intimacy in his relationship that's a problem. It's like an emotional connection that he's seeking. He explains that, like, yeah, she says, I love you as she's walking out the door, but she doesn't sit down and tell him how she feels about him. So he says that she definitely has the harder half of this, and he knows that getting past the fear is really difficult, but he feels like his wife doesn't love him half the time. And I think they need to realize that, like, they need to do this together. You know what I mean? Like, I get that there's a lot she needs to do on her own because she's dealing with trauma that he knows nothing about. But the fact that there's part of her history and trauma that she's never even told him, like, how do you even have that connection to have children and a marriage?
She went from being sexually abused for so long to right in a relationship with him.
Straight into it.
She was 16 years old.
And she lied and told him she was 18, just to be clear. So he did not, at 21, try to get into a relationship with a 16-year-old. Because that's a lot of the narrative that's out there is like, he's also one of her abusers. She's just a victim, too. She said she was 18, and he did not know until she was pregnant and at, like, everything. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I know, because I saw, which I just dismissed it. I don't think that he's that type of person at all. But there was a lot of people out there that are like, what about him? Isn't he like a sexual assault or a sexual? And I was just like, what? Like, they have a family together. They're married. Like, chill out.
people want to always go to the extreme, and like you gotta know the full story,
right?
He asks her if she wants him to come to support her, and she says no, she doesn't want to like hold anything back, which from a logical standpoint I get. But if my husband was going to like therapy and stuff for a long time, and I was like, do you want me to come like eventually? And he's like, no, I essentially want to talk about things I don't want you to know about. I would be hurt. Like, I get it, but I would also like be like, what are you sharing that like you don't can't share with me? Like,
you can't share with your partner,
that you don't feel comfortable. Like, is there something I'm doing? Like, what are you saying that like I don't know. I would struggle with that. I just said I love them together. Like, I think he is the right person for her. Even though she was young and stuff, like, I think she did choose well when she chose a partner. And I think of anybody, like, he's going to be there to work through it with her. I know we didn't see all the episodes, so I want to be clear. We're saying this at episode 5. We are going episode by episode. So maybe he does something by episode 9 or 10 that is horrible.
That we don't know
I don't
about.
know. Right.
Yeah.
But this is where we are. They go over to get food and drinks, and Whitney and Connor arrive late, of course. Jesse says, right on time, the clout chaser. Layla says, it's like the ghost of Mom Talk's past haunting us. Miranda hugs her. In confession, Whitney says she feels very uncomfortable. No shit. I mean, how else do you think it was going to be? Yeah.
Right. What do you think? People are going to be like open arms, like, hey,
it's
Whitney's
Whitney.
here.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor says hi, and that she feels like Whitney's known for showing up to people's birthday parties. Whitney is like a real bitch, and she's like, I was invited to this one. And I'm like, what Taylor said was a bitchy comment, but like, you also could have laughed it off, which could have like ingratiated you to the group a little bit. But if you just, everything is defensive for her. Everything is, I'm a victim and you're being mean to me. So then it just makes everybody want to be defensive back and hate you. Like, sometimes you need to take a joke, take one on the chin, and be like, ha ha ha, yep, that's me. I always show up to birthday parties. Like, I don't know. There could have been a wetter reaction that could have like lightened the mood. But she doesn't know how to do that. That's not like even possibility for her. Everyone at the table says they're going to get up and lighten the mood. So they all just get up and leave. I thought it was funny. Michaela, Macy, Jesse, and Jace all just get up. Jen's still sitting there talking to Whitney at the table. And Jen asks what she's been doing. And Whitney says, oh, I never left Mom Talk. She just got busy with her own stuff. And in confession, Jen's like, I feel like Whitney lives in a different world than everybody else sometimes.
Yep.
And at the table, she tells Whitney she felt like their friendship was transactional. And Whitney says she doesn't know how to respond to that. And Jen's like, you were there for me when it was convenient for you to get back to Mom Talk and other people weren't talking to you. And Whitney says, that's so delusional. What? Like, Jen is trying to tell you how she felt about...
Yeah.
And you're calling her delusional? Like, what a bitch. She said she's never heard of anything more delusional. And Jen's like, if you were truly my friend, how did you run and become friends with Demi? Like, the biggest person who was bullying me and saying the meanest things about me when you knew how low my depression was. Like, of all the people, everyone else kind of just thought Jen was pregnant and sick. Whitney truly knew about the depression. Right. And so, like, of her, of all people, to run to Demi, who was saying the meanest things? What? Whitney's like, I'm confused. What has she even done to you? Jen is horrified and just confused. She's like, what didn't she do to me? She was trying to turn the whole group against me. She was and continues to bully me. And that's the person you ran to? Whitney's like, I became friends with her after you ghosted me. I'm like, by ghosted, does she mean Jen was like bedridden and trying to literally fight for her and her baby's life through a mental health crisis.
Yeah. I wonder if Whitney watches these episodes back and realizes like how messed up she is.
No, she does not. She literally thinks she's right, and she thinks we just don't all know what's going on. It's editing. It's something else. Layla is still sitting there, too, and has the most disgusted faces. Like, she's horrified. Whitney says goodbye, and her and Connor leave. That's it. She drove 3.5 hours, did that little scene, was a horrible person, and left. We get a little thing at the bottom of the screen that says 2 days before LA press tour. Macy's telling a story about when she was at her IVF doctor and was showing her a screenshot of her cycle, like her periods or whatever. And her doctor swiped on like her picture, and it was a sexy picture of her that she sent to her husband to like masturbate to when he was giving a sperm sample. And I'm like, one, my husband had to give sperm samples when he got his vasectomy, and it never even crossed my mind to send him sexy pictures of myself. And two, you'd never swipe on someone's phone. Who would do that?
No.
Like, I would never.
I
when
know.
you show
Like,
someone a
why? What was
picture, you look at it.
That's it.
You don't take someone's phone, and you don't swipe.
Unless you're a child. Right.
Right, yeah. Like, what is wrong with her? The girls are all, like, gathered to discuss Whitney, and essentially, is she back in mom talk? And they look at a TikTok she posted where she's dancing, and it says, in case Alan needs a new partner. I guess Alan must be a Dancing with the Stars professional, maybe? I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
Jessie calls out that this is the only reason she's back, Dancing with the Stars. Taylor says there's stuff coming up that both Whitney and Demi will be at, and they decide that Taylor will be the designated leader to be their voice, specifically in ensuring that Whitney and Demi will not be back in the group. Michaela's showing up to her EMDR therapy, and it's like this eye movement therapy that's supposed to desensitize the trauma. The therapist, like, moves her fingers back and forth and then asks her to, like, take a deep breath and then says, what are you feeling? And they do that a couple times. Michaela talks about the guilt around her trauma and how sex was always talked about, where, like, you weren't allowed to do it, and that she says she didn't know what was happening and she didn't know what was right and wrong. She says that in marriage, she just has no interest in it. It's not important to her, and we find out she hasn't actually told Jace all the details. She's just vague. She still has fear that she won't be believed, which sucks. Like, because, you know, the first person she told about all this was her mom. When you're a child, who is the person you trust the most in your life? It's your mom or your parent.
Your mom.
You know what I mean? And if that person doesn't believe you, why would you think anybody else in your life will believe you?
Yeah.
Then she says she is an 8-year-old, and this happened to her when she was 8. So, like, it's almost like re-traumatizing for her to, like, see a little child and, like, because, you know, like, when you're a kid, you don't see yourself, like, at your age, you know, like, you always want to be older, or, like,
right,
you perceive things in a different way. But to look back and be like, this is what an 8-year-old is, and this is what someone was doing to me at that age. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I can't even imagine. Yeah. The therapist wants her and Jace to do sex therapy before she comes back to EMDR. So essentially, she's still too far gone to do EMDR.
Yeah.
So, like, she needs to get some other stuff done first. She gets home, and Jace wants to hear all about it. And she tells him that, you know, that she wants them to do couple sex therapy. And she's still reluctant to, like, work things out together. He says he wants to try. And she said he thinks that she feels like this is a problem that she has to deal with alone. And he wants her... Like, he wants to learn, too. He wants to know what he can do to make things better for her. And she's crying and says she wants to be able to fix it, but it's so hard. We're at Miranda's house now. She has a bunch of, like, large sodas from Taco Bell. Like, big green ones. Like, Mountain Dews. I'm like, you guys drink
It's
too
that-
much soda. Baja
I drink
Blast.
a lot of soda. Baja
Yeah.
Blast. I don't even like that. I don't like it.
No, me either. Taylor comes over, then Jesse. They kind of all arrive, you know, in pairs or whatever. They're eating Taco Bell. I miss Taco Bell.
I'm
not
a
eating
good Taco Bell.
dairy for months now, and Taco Bell is my favorite, and I can't have it.
I
Everything has...
don't go to Taco Bell much anymore, but I used to hit it up all the time. Like, my friend Kimmy and I, oh my God, we would go to Taco Bell all the time. And then even like later in life, we would go. And this is a story for Taco Bell. So this is one Jersey. I don't know if I ever told you this.
I know this story. Yes. No, I do.
Yes. I don't even know how old she was. Probably between the age of like 6 to 9, somewhere in there. So anyway, we went to Taco Bell, got like the kids' meal taco thing for her, and she pulls out her stuff, and there's legit a pill in her bag. Mm-hmm. Like, I forget, we looked it up. I don't know if it was Ativan. What was it? Percocet. It was a Percocet pill. We immediately contact them. And they acted like it was no big deal. Like, what? No. So we contacted the police. We're like, is there video? Like, someone had to have put this fucking pill in this bag. Like,
yeah.
And it was just dismissed. Like, literally, like, the police, they said that they couldn't find anything, that they went through the video footage. I think it was all bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we really could have pushed it more, but, like, for us to get a lawyer, do the whole... I mean, I was just like, what if she would have eaten that? We would have never, ever known. We wouldn't
You wouldn't have known why she was acting the way she was, or, right. What was happening.
It's so scary. Mm-hmm. So we stopped going to Taco Bell for the longest time because of that reason.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, but I do love a good Taco Bell.
Nowadays, there's social media. This was before social media. If you would have put that out there,
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, that would have blew up if I would have freaking went to social media with that.
Yeah,
I don't do that shit though. I just like take care of it myself.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I don't either. No. We hear that Whitney thinks that she's still a part of Mom Talk, so they want to find out, is she here for business or what does she think? Whitney comes walking down the street. She has a t-shirt on that says, I feel like 2017 Britney. I'm like, oh my God. Miranda's foot is shaking a mile a minute. She is like so nervous because Whitney's sitting right next to her. So like you can see her. Whitney says that Layla is giving her the biggest stink eye. And I'm like, Layla can't help it. Like, Layla's face has captions. Like, Layla just can't hide her reaction.
That is me. I'm awful with my faces. So bad. I got that from face. Mom. You do have a good face. I'm just like, what? Like, what the fuck?
A producer asked Whitney why she thinks that they're all a bit standoffish. And Whitney says she thinks they heard about that she wants back with Dancing on the Stars. And she's like, they aren't wrong. Oh, my God. Taylor starts out by talking normally and says, like, they haven't heard anything that she's saying she's still a Mom Talk. Like, but you're not hanging out with us. Like, we haven't heard from you. You're not chatting with us, texting us.
Yeah.
And, like, she's not always at events, etc. And then, I don't know if it's, like, nerves, but then Taylor gets, like, real aggressive and it's like, so why are you here? What do you want? And, like, that was a real change.
I was like, whoa. I know. She's supposed to be the person of, like, calm, and she was just like, bam, right at her. I was like,
yeah,
okay,
she was just
Taylor,
like talking normal.
Where did that come from?
Came right out, boom, boom. And she's like, is it Dancing with the Stars? And Whitney said the vote didn't seem sincere, so she started treating it all like a complete business. Jesse says, why did you spend the time trying to rebuild relationships just to, like, decline the show then at negotiation time and disappear? And Taylor says that if she had to pick between Whitney and Demi, like, she would pick Whitney all day over Demi because Demi's a snake. So why did she drop everything else and go running to Demi? Like, she could have had the group. So why did she mess that up?
And if
Whitney
she
says,
thinks that her and Demi are going to stay friends,
no,
she's insane. She is insane.
Whitney, Demi is the same. Demi is out for Demi. Like, Demi
Same.
will come up with a story and throw you under the bus in a second.
Right.
Whitney says that Demi and her friendship is very authentic, very genuine, and she's grateful for it. Jen says, don't you remember what she did to you in Park City? And we see, like, flashbacks of her, like, crying in a laundry room, Demi making fun of her, like, Demi, like, mimicking her, and, like, just being, like, very mean, which I remember liking at the time because Whitney was being dramatic, but, like, in retrospect, like, it's not nice at all. Like, she was a real bitch. And I think Jen says she's done it to all of us now at this point. Taylor's like, I stuck up for you, and then you turn your back on me again. Whitney says she did want genuine friendships, but it never got to that point. And then she starts crying and says she was so tired trying to rebuild relationships, and that friend breakups can be even harder than spousal and boyfriend breakups. Michaela's face is like, I am not buying this. And Taylor says, can't you just take accountability? Whitney turns off the tears out of nowhere and is like, oh, you love that word, don't you? And she says she's trying out for Dancing with the Stars and she doesn't need them. I'm like, you are a little actor. You are horrible. Jessie is like, what do you mean? You're just going to, like, film on your own? And she says she's starting her own mom talk. Taylor does a spit take and laughs out loud and then's like, sorry. Michaela says, good hell, like, what is happening? All the girls are just laughing. So she just gets up and walks out. She walks down the stairs with, like, this smile on her face. She gets in her car with this crazy smile on her face. Taylor says she just wanted to clear the air, and that obviously didn't happen. Whitney says she knows two things for sure. She clearly isn't welcome in mom talk, and two, she's going to get Dancing with the Stars. Then she does this crazy villain laugh and says, she's back. I am like, you're something.
Nuts. And did you, so this is kind of off topic a little bit, but don't you think that it's weird that she was in a t-shirt and all the girls were saying how cold it was and they were like walking into Miranda's house and she's just like strutting in with a t-shirt on? That was weird.
It's her new style, graphic tees. I have no idea. She's nuts.
So bad. I really wish that she wouldn't have gotten on Dancing with the Stars because
Me too.
You know, like she's saying that she was going to get on it, and
yeah,
I mean, she was good, but now the way that she's acting is just like, ugh, gross.
Yeah. I think producers probably were a part of, like, you should put her on.
Probably,
honestly, but
well, yeah, that's my episode, so I won't talk about that.
Yeah.
All right.
So thanks for listening. Follow us on all the things. We're at Shaded Reality Pod. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram and TikTok and a Facebook page and a Facebook group. We have an email, shadedrealitypod@gmail.com. Yeah, get a hold of us. We'll discuss and maybe put out there if we're going to do anything different than our Tuesday, Thursday drops. If we maybe wrap this up sooner so we can get into the reunion and be a little more relevant. Because I think everyone has kind of watched everything by now. So Anne might be right. We might need to kind of wrap up the last half here and move on. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for listening, and let us know what you think, and, you know, follow us and like and subscribe, and 5-star ratings would be amazing. We are solidly
bad comments.
Yeah, we got our first real bad comment. Someone
I got on
thinks
Reddit
that we need to just have a phone call like normal people, and that you should need a permit to get podcasting equipment. And I say, Sir, we bought cheap mics on Amazon and we are having fun. No one said you need to listen to us. Like,
Right.
who
Keep
cares?
on scrolling. Like, what the hell?
No one
Why
said you
even
need
comment?
to listen. Yeah.
Nope.
Whatever.
So, that was fun.
But everyone who does want to listen, we love you. We kiss you.
Yes.
Have an amazing week. Try to not go crazy with all the holiday stuff. Keep calm. Don't be a perfectionist. And
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
I'm trying. Stay calm.
Just come to my house and you'll be like, oh my God, my life is so much more together.
Oh my God.
You'll laugh. I literally have this tiny little wreath thing that I found in a bin. It's on my big, huge fireplace, but it's like this big.
Oh my God.
The girls found their stockings, so they hung them on either side of the wood stove, which they're dragging on the floor. And, like, that's it. Like, that's my holiday decor. And I don't care.
Oh my gosh. I know you don't. I wish I could be more like that, but I'm not.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.